how do we value these assets? I mean, Bitcoin goes from nothing to 15,000 to 6,000. XRP kind of is correlated in rising and fall. Is this a kind of a tulip craze? However useful they are, how do we know what they're worth?
Well, Brad's pointing at me because he doesn't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole, and I admire Brad for that decision. So the short answer is, who the hell knows? And if I knew how to value this stuff, I'd be very, very, very rich and wouldn't be sitting here talking with you guys. There are all sorts of theories. I don't think a single one of them actually works. I have profound concerns about the reliability of information in the market. This isn't a market like the SEC where we know that we have credible information about secondary market trading and the like. It is very easy to spam the information networks, have false transactions, have false prices and the like. A lot of it is who the hell knows. But if you take simple microeconomics, you've got demand cases and you've got supply cases. The supply is relatively fixed. We know how many units of Bitcoin are supposed to be out there at any one point in time. And then you've got demand cases. Well, people engaged in illegal activity will sometimes want this stuff. People looking to speculate and simply buy because they expect that the value of Bitcoin will increase in the future. They'll want to buy some of this stuff. People in countries where they're worried about hyperinflation, they'll want to buy some of this stuff, and some people want to buy some of the stuff because it gives them something to talk about at a cocktail party.
I'll maybe just add to that briefly. I violently agree with that. The long-term value of any digital asset, I think, is going to be correlated with the utility if it's solving a problem. And I think, as we've discussed, there's a lot of them that either I don't think they ever were intended to solve a problem, or they won't be successful. But I think there will be digital assets that solve a problem, that have utility, and maybe, yes, for some it'll be solving an anonymity problem. Maybe for some it'll be solving a security settlement problem. But I think over a long arc of time, if there's value, if there's utility, then the market will appreciate that.
Well, and I feel just so grateful, Joe, that you haven't made so much money that you couldn't come on our show today.
I have a different view.
Yeah, so thank you, Joe Grunfest, and thanks, Brad Garlinghouse, for coming on our show today. And thanks to our listeners for joining us on Stanford Legal.